Hello, everybody, and welcome to 16th District Softball Action. This is the KY Sports Guys, Coach Jay Hurt, along with the main man, Gunnar Word. Metcalfe County taking on the 3 seed and the hosts, the Cumberland County Lady Panthers. Thank you for joining us. We have a great crowd out here tonight, beautiful weather, and we're looking forward to bringing you all 7 innings or hopefully less.
Hopefully less.
if we can get some runs, get those bats going. Right now, both teams are on the field just waiting for the lineups to be announced. And so while we are waiting for that, let me give you the lineups here as we go. For Cumberland County, they're the 3 seed, and even though they are the home team, they'll bat first and should be the visitor on the scoreboard. We'll see about that. But leading off is 00, the shortstop, and that's Maggie Morgan. Patterson, number 25, will be the right fielder. Number 2, Franklin, will be the center fielder. Carly Nettles, number 27, the third baseman, bats fourth. Number 8, Willis, the second baseman, bats fifth. Number 4, the first baseman, Boer, bats sixth. 24, Kraft is the designated player, batting seventh. Stalkup will be the pitcher. Number 10, she'll bat eighth. And then another Kraft, number 14, the catcher, will bat ninth. We have Kaylee Anderson, number 3, in left field at the flex spot. For your Lady Hornets, leading off the pitcher, Bailey Garrett, number 25. In the 2 spot, Kaylee Harbison, the senior, number 7. She's a shortstop. Batting third and swinging a hot bat right now, number 11, Marley Edmonds. She's the third baseman, homered against Caverna just the other day. Batting cleanup, Marissa Fields, number 14, a junior, the center fielder. Number 5, J.C. Harper, I believe leads, or batting fifth, rather, number 21. She's the left fielder, and I believe J.C. leads the team in home runs. She has 4 on the season. Maddie Froge is batting in the 6th spot. She's number 8. She'll be the right fielder, a senior also. Freshman Carly Howard, number 9, will be the second baseman. She'll bat 7th. Kylie Milam, number 24, will be the first baseman. She'll bat 8th. Elizabeth Decker, who's stepped into the lineup, done some good things for this team lately. Number 3, she'll be the designated player. She'll bat 9th. And behind the plate, having a solid defensive season for the Lady Hornets, Jaden Johnson, the senior, number 19. And Gunnar, there's your lineups.
You know, that's an impressive lineup. You know, you talk about hitting so far this season. If you keep up with Lady Hornets hitting stats, a lot of ladies hitting, home runs or multiple home runs for that matter, and get you excited for tonight's game.
We have a good crowd. We have a lot of folks in maroon here. And, of course, you have both things going. We'll try to get some updates going for the baseball as well as the softball. Earlier, the 1 seed Russell County, they advanced 12-2. In 5 innings, 10-run rule in Clinton County. So the Lady Bulldogs season is over, and Russell County advances to the championship game, which will be tomorrow night, hopefully, against these Metcalfe County Lady Hornets. So you look at this, Gunner. Metcalfe County, we've won both games against Cumberland, but they haven't been easy. 9-1 the first time out. The second time, 10-9 in extra innings, and that was at Metcalfe County. Cumberland County's got a young team. They have a lot of tradition. Softball and baseball, 2 sports that Cumberland County usually excels in. This softball team's only won 2 games. But don't let that fool you, because they're very young, and they've played very competitively, and they play a really good schedule. They go out and play whoever they can play. Metcalfe County, on the other hand, comes in 4-2 in the district. 15-13 on the season, 15 wins. It's been a while since the Lady Hornets have been able to get up in that 15-win territory. And so a fine season so far. You hope that it continues after tonight's game.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, we was talking before we come on air, and, tournament baseball and softball is just a different animal. It's hard to beat somebody 3 times. So Lady Hornets just need to press on like they have all season here and take care of business.
The meeting at the plate is over, and so I think we'll have some lineups announced, and then after that we're going to get underway with a little bit of softball. Again, I'm Coach Jay Hurt, along with Gunnar Word with the KY Sports Guys. Follow us at KY Sports Guys, at Gunnar Word, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And at Coach Jay Hurt, also at the Stock Tony. I think he's listening back in summer shade, and so hopefully he'll give us a thumbs up as things are happening. Baseball update, 6th inning, and it looks like 7-2. Is the score over there. Russell County leads Clinton County in the 6th, and we'll get you some updates as that goes on. We do want to thank our regular show sponsors, Glass Thompson Insurance. We appreciate them for sponsoring the show. Old School Cafe in Edmonton, Kentucky. We appreciate them also. And then also our podcast sponsor, Stull's Country Store, all the way up in Andyville, Kentucky, right on the river. And then also Jerry Garris, you can find him on Facebook. Principals, coaches, anybody that needs their locker rooms decorated, needs an LED scoreboard. Jerry Garris is the man to call. At this time, the PA announcer is introducing the reserves for Cumberland County, and then they're heading into the starting lineup. And, you talked about district play being a different animal. You throw all the records out. It doesn't matter how many wins you have, so forth and so on. But usually it does come down to three things. One, pitching. And you would think Bailey Garrett would give Metcalfe County a little bit of an advantage there. Two is defense. And that one, I've seen us play solid defensive games. I've seen us struggle. Could go either way. Cumberland similar. And then the timely hitting. Can you get a hit with runners on second and third and 2 outs? Can you get those runs that you need to get in the postseason play?
Yeah, it just gets you excited for 16th District action. I've always said I feel like there's nothing like the 16th District, all these small schools going at it competitively, and usually a lot of equal talent, a lot of the same talent level, so you just really make things equal out a lot. And as you mentioned, just those little things, one hit, one error could decide the game.
Usually does come down to those kind of things here, especially when you get, as you say, Metcalfe County, Cumberland County playing the 2-3 games, usually the most dramatic in the district tournaments, regardless of sport. We'll see if that one plays out this way. Obviously, our preference is for it to go the other way.
Absolutely.
You talked about a second ago, or maybe before we came on the air, but the Lady Hornets have several people. Marley Edmonds, Marissa Fields, Bailey Garrett had 4 or 5 hits last time out. J.C. Harper, Elizabeth Decker's hit the ball well, Maddie Froge, and so forth and so on. But there are several hot bats in this lineup. Put 20 runs on the board the other day against Caverna. So opportunity if we will continue to hit the ball to get out early.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, if these Lady Hornets can come out with some hot bats right here, this one could be over in a hurry if things go our way.
We appreciate everybody for joining us. Metcalfe County on the field, Bailey Garrett taking some warm-up pitches, and so the teams are about ready. We are on the verge of some softball being played here. Second game tonight, first game again if you're just joining us. Clinton County falls. Their season is over. Russell County wins that one 12-2 and 5. The Lady Lakers will be playing in the championship game tomorrow. Again, in the outfield, left to right, you have Harper, Fields, and Froge. Around the horn, third to first, you'll have Edmonds, Harbison, Howard, and Milam. The battery for the Lady Hornets on the mound, Bailey Garrett, and behind the plate, Jaden Johnson. And now, with the play-by-play, here's Gunnar Word.
Mound meeting is over, and we are ready to go for the 16th District softball action. Looks like Morgan will step in for the Lady Panthers here as Bailey Garrett is set to deliver the first pitch, and here it is. It is a shot into left, back towards the wall, off the wall. Harper throws it into second. It's going to result in a single for Morgan.
Gunner fortunate as Maggie was rounding first. She bit the dust, and you can hear maybe her teammates getting a good laugh out of it. That was an easy double. She stung it. Give J.C. Harper credit for chasing it down, but instead of two, Morgan is on first with a single.
Coach Hurt, I thought we'd seen a first pitch home run, the rare one, on the evening. The windup and the pitch from Garrett. He's ruled a strike. Counts moves to 0-1.
Number 25, Patterson's at the plate. She's the right fielder, a sophomore, I believe, for Cumberland County.
Second pitch of the at-bat is on the way. And we'll have a little bunt here. Sacrifice. Edmonds throws over and got it out at first. Throw over to third, no good. Wild into the outfield. Harper going to hold it. Cumberland County leads 1-0. Action starting quick here in this ball game, Coach Hurt.
Well, you get the sacrifice down. Katie Patterson does a good job. We made the play. Marley Edmonds, Carly Howard covered the bag at first. But then as she was going to third, Maggie Morgan, the throw got away there down the left field line, results in a run for Cumberland.
pitch on the way here. And it is ruled a strike to Franklin. Garrett delivers the second pitch. Swing and a miss. Count moved to 0-2. Lady Hornets have 1 out and an 0-2 count, and they are now down 1 run to the Lady Panthers here in the 16th District Tournament.
Franklin batting from the left side.
Nice up-high pitch there for the ring up from Garrett. 2 outs for the Lady Hornets.
Gunner, that's what you want to see there. 0-2, climb the ladder, see if you'll chase. A lot of times that high fastball looks good, but you can't get your hands to it.
Perfectly executed pitch there. Nettles up to bat here for the Lady Panthers. First pitch, and it'll be fouled off into the patrons here.
If you've ever been here, and I know several of you have, that one fouled down the first base line and into the grilling area. So hopefully it didn't tip over any of those delicious hamburgers or hot dogs.
And the pitch. And it is wide and up. That'll move the count to 1-1 with 2 outs here for the Lady Hornets. The pitch. And it'll be a single for Nettles. That'll be the second hit of the inning here for these Lady Panthers.
Gunner, that one wasn't hit all that well, just kind of off the end of the bat, but a looping line drive that eluded Marley Edmonds' glove by maybe 6-7 inches at most, finds its way into left field. Hopefully a harmless single.
Now to bat for the Lady Panthers will be Willis. And the pitch, it is high. Count will be moved to 1-0. Yeah, that hit back there, that was just one of those that just kind of bloops just over into the gap.
Got to give Cumberland credit. They're swinging early. They're aggressive. So far, paying off.
Routine fly out to Marissa Fields, and she makes the catch, and that'll be the third out this half of the first inning for Lady Hornets. The score, 1-0, Lady Panthers lead. Your Lady Hornets.
We don't have commercials, folks, so we're just going to stay right here. We'll talk you through. If you hear moments of silence, it's just us catching our breath. Again, 5 guys come to the plate for Cumberland County in that first inning, yet Bailey Garrett throws 12 pitches in the inning. And so not working the count, but being aggressive, putting the ball in play. And obviously the bunt turns into a throwing error, which turns into a run for the Lady Panthers. Now you come into the district tournament. You've lost to Metcalfe County twice. You've won 2 games all season. You want that first digit on the board, so that has to be a confidence boost for the Lady Panthers.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And as we mentioned, these Lady Hornets have a challenge on their hands tonight. It is difficult to beat somebody 3 times, and let alone that third time being in the 16th district tournament.
Cumberland County out warming up. On the mound is number 10, Stalkup. Stalkup, a right-hander. I wonder, I don't see many left-handed pitchers in fast-pitch softball, but does it matter as much as it does in baseball? I would think it would not with the underhand motion.
Yeah, with the underhand motion, I just cannot see it mattering that much, but it could. I can see it having its advantages and probably disadvantages.
Bailey Garrett takes a couple of swings and steps towards the batter's box. And once again with the play-by-play, here's Gunner Word.
Stalkup here set to deliver the first pitch. High and outside, moves the count to 1-0 to Garrett.
See if the Lady Hornets have a different approach. See if they're a little more patient, take a few pitches, see what's going on out here.
Pitch is low. That'll be ball 2. Move count to 2-0. Yeah, I just wonder if, like we were talking about, Cumberland County might not have that deep of pitching. So might want to wait and just see some more pitches, see if the fatigue can set in. Stalkup with the third pitch. That'll be low. Move count to 3-0.
And again, Gunner, one high, two low, both the last two hit the dirt. And so as yet, Stalkup not able to find that zone. 3-0, and that skips way short.
Looked like a little breaking pitch there. Couldn't really tell, but nonetheless, 4 straight balls from Stalkup to Garrett results in a early base runner for these Lady Hornets.
Speaking of base runners, Bailey Garrett, the pitcher, will receive a courtesy runner. And so now Brittany Harper, a freshman, good speed out there on the base pass. She will run in Bailey's place.
Now up to bat for your Lady Hornets will be number 7, Kaylee Harbison.
You know, Gunner, for the longest time, Braylon Davis, who's injured out for the season, she would have been in this top 1 or 2 spot, and then that would have moved everybody down 1. As it is, now everybody moves up. Kaylee Harbison spent most of the year in the 3 spot, now the 2. Same for Marley, Marissa, JC, all the way down.
Yeah, as we was talking about off the air, the loss of Braylon Davis in the batting lineup is difficult, but we're anxious to see how these Lady Hornets handle it tonight. Little blooper in foul territory to Nettles, and she'll make the catch. So 1 out here quickly for the Lady Panthers.
Yeah, and that's Boer over here at first, number 4.
Boer.
Nonetheless, and that's in Devon. If any Cumberland County fans are out there listening. But, Kayla aggressive, swung at that first one. She was out in front of it. First strike of the game.
Have a ground ball here to short, to second for 1. Won't be a throw to first. So Lady Panthers will get another one here, make it 2 outs.
And again, Bailey Garrett draws a 4-pitch walk on 4, not real close, and pumps a couple of strikes in there and gets the dangerous Kaylee Harbison and Marley Edmonds to make outs.
Pitch from Stalkup there is good for a strike against Marissa Fields, I do believe. And that'll make it 0-1.
Marissa's been swinging a really good bat.
As you say, that'll be a base hit up the third base line for Marissa Fields. So Lady Hornets will have runners on first and second here with 2 outs, trailing 1 to the Lady Panthers.
We talked about in the pregame, Gunner, timely hitting is part of this equation. So now you have J.C. Harper, that's the team leader in home runs. Even though she's a freshman, first and second, you're down 1. 2 outs. This is one of those big at-bats where you'd like to get a run or 2.
Absolutely. Pitch from Stalkup is low. Move the count to 1-0.
Maddie Froge on deck. Also been swinging the bat pretty good lately.
I like that you're saying that about a lot of these Lady Hornets. That excites me. The 1-0 from Stalkup. Low again. Move the count to 2-0.
Give credit to the catcher back there, Kraft. She's blocked 2 in the dirt in a row. If you let one skip to the backstop, second and third, that looks a whole lot different.
Yes, it does. The 2-0 pitch be ruled a strike, so that'll push the count to 2-1. J.C. Harper's seen a strike now. Hopefully get the same pitch busted.
Yeah, I don't mind that take at all. Take a look at that one. Judge it.
And that's exactly what happens. It's a line drive to second base. Caught for the third out. After 1, your Lady Hornets trail Lady Panthers 1-0. And also, if you are a follower of 16th District Baseball, Russell County on top of Clinton County in the 6th inning, 9-2.
Gunner, one thing you might like for people who are not followers of softball necessarily, they don't take very long in between innings.
No, it doesn't. That's exactly what I was going to bring up. The throwdown comes very quick in softball.
For Cumberland County, the 6, 7, 8 hitters, Boer, Kraft, and Stalkup will lead off here. That's who's up in the second. And now with the play-by-play, here's Gunnar Work.
First pitch from Garrett is a strike to Boer. The 0-1 is delivered, and it is also a strike. Garrett up 0-2, what you'd love to see from your pitcher.
You know, just in way of going back there, that J.C. Harper line drive was an absolute bullet. And a nice play by Willis, the second baseman. But, you know, that thing stuck in her glove.
Yes, it did. And that pitch right there resulted in a strikeout from Boer. Lady Hornets have a quick first out of the inning.
Second time the Bailey Garretts went up 0-2 and got the swing and a miss. Again, as a hitter, and you know this, you see it, it looks like a good pitch, and you can't lay off.
It's one of the most deceptive pitches to see. First pitch here from Garrett. The ball a little low and outside. I believe that was to Kraft, if I'm not mistaken there, Coach Hurt.
Number 24, they're two Crafts.
Second pitch. Little ground ball here to short. Harbison scoops it up, throws over to Milam, and umpire says she is out. That'll give the Lady Hornets second out of the inning.
Nice play by Kaylee Harbison, routine, but she came in a couple of steps, didn't wait back. If you wait back, it's a bang-bang play as it is, took care of business.
Absolutely aggressive and gets the job done. 2 outs here for Lady Hornets in the top of the second. Garrett set to deliver the pitch. Fouled off of the first base line. One thing you have to really like about Bailey Garrett as your pitcher is she seems like she's always ahead in the count. The 0-1 pitch is ruled as a ball. That'll make it 1-1.
Bailey facing her mound opponent, Stalkup.
Swing and a miss. That'll make it 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. It is line to second to Howard. Makes the play. That'll be 3 quick ones. 3 up, 3 down for the Lady Hornets in the top of the second.
And again, Gunners, we kind of go between innings. Bailey Garrett gave up the unearned run there in the first inning. She's pitched 2 innings. She's thrown 19 pitches total. Cumberland County aggressive. Bailey Garrett, as you said, she's throwing strikes.
Absolutely. You know, Bailey Garrett always been a good pitcher for the Lady Hornets and just likes to work the count, works the plate very well, always ahead in the count.
And, you know, this Metcalfe County team, a good mix, kind of like our basketball team was, a good mix of seniors and then also some young guys. J.C. Harper, a freshman, Braylon Davis, a freshman, Bailey Garrett, a sophomore. And so your 2 pitchers that have spent most of the time out there on the mound, a sophomore and a freshman. And then also you have your veterans, your seniors and juniors sprinkled in there as well. So a good mix of kids. Going to miss the seniors as the season winds to a close, hopefully later rather than sooner. But also you have a good young nucleus coming back.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and that has to excite you if you're a Lady Hornet softball follower, that a lot of your some of your best players, some of your varsity starters are going to be coming back next year.
You talk about followers, by the way. It's a great crowd, both Cumberland
Absolutely.
County and Metcalfe. I'm so impressed with how Metcalfe County travels. I mean, we put people in the seats in any sport, and we are lined all the way down the first base line with Lady Hornet fans. And then over at the baseball area, plenty of Metcalfe folks over there as well.
Absolutely. Stalkup set to deliver the first pitch. High and in. The 1-0 from Stalkup. Low and inside.
Maddie Froge, number 8, leads off for the Lady Hornets, followed by Howard, and then Milam, 6, 7, and 8, just like it was for the Lady Panthers. Hopefully we'll get a little more productivity.
The 2-0. That one is high, 3-0. 3 straight balls here from Stalkup. She threw 4 straight to the last innings leadoff, and she has done the same thing. 4 straight balls results in a easy first base.
And for the listeners at home, none of those close, really.
No.
Couple high, couple in the dirt, and it's one of those things, Marley, Kaylee swung at first pitches that were right down the middle. I mean, you got to take a hack at those, and I'm sure they were very tempting. But it's either been right down the heart or not in the vicinity, which should eventually lead to some success at the plate.
Absolutely. Lady Hornets just had to be patient and select a pitch. Carly Howard here, the 0-0. Another ball, 5 straight balls here, folks, from Stockholm.
And Carly, she's a slapper, and she does a great job. She hits from the left side of the plate, but also can turn on one occasionally. My guess is at this point in the lineup and with her skill set, she lays a bunt down.
Little sacrifice bunt. It's bobbled. Little contact there in the baseline. I believe Howard is going to have first base, and that'll put Froge on third base. Everyone seems to be okay out on the playing field here.
Well, and it's interesting. We have nothing from the umpires, and maybe it shouldn't be anything, but Boer, the first baseman, was heading down the line to field that bunt and then veered from the fair side into the foul side. Carly Howard had to go out of her way to get around her, could not avoid the contact, and Boer was down. That allows Maddie Froge to get to third. And so, again, nothing called. First and third, nobody out with Milam at the plate.
I think that one, Coach Hurt was strictly on the first baseman there. She bobbled the bunt. It rolled into foul territory as she's going for it. Got right into the baseline. You're going to get some contact there.
Time on the field, Coach Ryan Kraft, first-year coach. He's been there a long, long time as an assistant, but his first year as a head coach. He comes out, wants to talk to his defense probably more than just his pitcher. First and third, nobody out. You're at the 8-9 spot in the lineup. I'm sure he wants to say, this is how we're going to handle a bunt, this is how we're going to handle a steal, and so forth.
Right, and, knowing Coach Garrett for several years in the baseball world, I'm assuming he takes the same approach in softball as he does baseball. There's going to be some strategic moves done here.
Be interesting to see Kylie Milam hitting in the 8 spot, and then again Elizabeth Decker at the 9 spot. You got first and third, nobody out. You can bunt, you can steal, you can hit and run. There are a lot of things to do here.
A lot of things to do. I would assume Carly Howard's probably going to go for second here, but we'll see. Stalkup delivers the first pitch, and she will go for second. The throw down to third, interesting, but called safe.
Well, you were right. Carly Howard, it was almost a delayed steal. She really didn't take off very quickly. They weren't going to throw it down there, but we almost took off too far from third. Lucky to get back.
The second pitch to Milam is a ball. So that'll be 2-0.
And again, that's what Coach Kraft came out there for. He said, hey, when this happens, we're going to third, and he nearly pulled it off.
3-0, another ball. Coach Hurt, I'm not for sure if Stalkup has thrown a strike yet this inning.
Not that I'm aware of, no, but we did bunt one, so I guess that counts.
That's true. They probably counts. The 3-0. And that one is inside, says the umpire. Bases loaded for your Lady Hornets with no outs, folks. Threatening here in the bottom of the second.
Again, it's the second inning. Cumberland County jumps out to a 1-0 lead. You got the 9 spot up, but Elizabeth Decker's been hitting the ball hard. Good person to have up here. And then after that, you go right through the heart again. Bailey, Kaylee, and Marley.
The 0-0 to Deckard is ruled a ball.
I don't want to sit here on this broadcast and play, armchair coach, but you just wonder with the struggle she's having is the take sign on, take to a strike, and let's see.
The 1-0. It is also a ball. That one is high. 2-0. I would have to say that most likely it is.
In developmental leagues, little league, all that kind of stuff, I'm a big proponent of swing the bat. Don't sit up there and try to walk all day. Learn how to hit. But when it's district tournament time,
right,
I'll take all day if we'll just walk around the bases. 3-0 the count.
Yeah, as you mentioned, I'm the same way. At the youth level, you most definitely want to learn how to hit. But when your season's on the line, the pitcher's not throwing any strikes, take them. The 3-0, low and in the dirt. That'll tie the game, folks.
RBI for Elizabeth Decker. That's the way to drive one in right there.
Didn't even have to lift the bat off of her shoulders for the RBI.
Well,
I love it.
And right here, Gunner, this is danger zone for the Lady Panthers.
Yes, it is.
Nobody out. Your 6, 7, 8, 9 kids have set the table. Now it's time for your 1, 2, 3, 4 kids to go eat.
Absolutely. So the first pitch down the middle is probably going to be swung at, the pitch. That's the first strike she has thrown in, I'm going to say, 3 to 4 batters. 0-1.
And I don't mind that take. There's a good pitch, probably on a corner, a little bit high.
A swing and a foul ball at the left field line there from Garrett. 0-2 is the count. No outs.
Well, and here's a situation where, number one, Cumberland's pitcher, no disrespect to her, does not throw a really fast fastball.
No.
And Bailey Garrett's wanting to hit a grand slam, a shot. And so it's hard to wait back sometimes.
The 0-2 from Stalkham. High. Nice save by the catcher.
Yeah, give her credit, Kraft. Again, she's had a good night back there behind the plate. She saved that one. That one was going to the screen for sure.
The 1-2. That one is a shot up the left field line, but it's a foul ball, I do believe, says the umpire. Count's still 1-2.
And again, that time she was on it for sure, but the timing, she's just so quick, the hand's quick. And that fastball, I'm sure it feels like it's just inching towards the plate.
Bailey Garrett with a 1-2 count here, looking to stay alive, looking to get an RBI. The pitch. It is high. Good at bat, Bruin. 2-2.
Well, and I was just going to say, Bailey Garrett's a veteran. She's a sophomore. But if you take her travel experience, she's probably the most experienced kid on our team. And she's the kid I want 0-2 battling back.
Absolutely. A little flare pop-up, and it's a foul ball behind home plate.
I've heard it called in other leagues. You want somebody up there with a slow heartbeat. You know, somebody that's not going to get antsy, somebody that's not going to be nervous. And Bailey Garrett, she's probably, this is thousands of at-bats for her.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure she is cool as a cucumber right now. You got no outs, 2-2 count. The pitch, low and in the dirt. Full count. What an at-bat.
And again, nobody out. Stalkup's thrown 21 pitches. Bailey Garrett able to skillfully get back to a full count position here.
The full count pitch, it is low and a walk, and that'll give the Lady Hornets the 2-1 lead. What an at-bat.
Gunner, when you're looking back on the results of this game, whatever it is, put a star by that one because that was a dandy.
Yes, it was. That was at least an 8 or 9 pitch at-bat right there.
Brittany Harper, courtesy runner again, second time for her. We have a meeting at the mound. This is the second visit, and I don't know if we're going to see a change in pitchers. Maybe he gets one more. I'm not sure on that.
I'm not for sure what the ruling is in softball, but most of the time in baseball, once you get the second visit as a pitcher, you're done.
Looks like they're going to stay with Stalkup.
I do believe.
How's it going?
And now we have a guest in the booth, I think.
Yeah, former Lady Hornet
Step
cheerleader.
on over. She's like, are you broadcasting? Yes, we're broadcasting. Come on over, visit with us. It'll be great.
Bases loaded here for the Lady Hornets. Just took the lead 2-1. Stalkup here set to deliver to Harbison. The pitch. It is a strike. Push the count to 0-1.
And again, I don't mind that take at all. You know, she's been struggling throwing strikes. Take one. You got plenty. You got two more. Fine.
All kinds of space to work with here. That one be ruled as a ball. Count 1-1.
Hey, Kennedy, where are you going? Come here. Come here. Oh, you came over here. Hey,
Third pitch is low.
And be the in-between inning guest.
2-1.
Come on, do it.
Count
Tell
to
us
Harbison.
about college. Tell us about. It'll be great. You're on.
Coach Hurt trying to convince a
I think I got her.
to be on. The 2-1. Dead ball. And that'll give the Lady Hornets another run.
So to this point, Gunner, the only ball in play, Carly Howard with a bunt. Reaches base. I gave it a bunt single as I'm sitting here keeping score. she's fast enough that it wasn't just a pure sacrifice. Everything else, bunch of walks, hit by pitch, nobody out. Marley Edmonds has been hitting the ball as hard as anybody on this team. You got a chance to blow this thing open right here.
Yes, you do. And, if you're Stalkup, this is a pitcher's worst nightmare as we see the third mound visit of the inning, and I would have to assume Stalkup.
I think that means somebody else is going to pitch.
And I believe that'll be Boer, I do believe, on the mound.
We will wait and see, but real quick, before Kennedy goes back to the baseball game, how about a quick, come on in here. Now tell me and just shout right into this phone here. This is high-tech stuff. Lindsey Wilson?
It's great.
Okay, you're enjoying it?
Oh, absolutely.
And you did the cheerleading thing?
I did.
And
it's great, too.
It was awesome?
Yeah, it's a great experience.
Now, I'm going to put you on the spot here. You don't have to tell me an actual number unless you want to. Classes, how'd they go?
Oh, they went great.
Okay, so
I really
by
enjoyed.
great. By great, we mean, man, I learned a lot, or, man, there were a lot of cool people in there that I made friends with, or we had really cool professors, or I have like a 4.0.
All of the above. It's great. They're really great.
So real quick, how did you pick Lindsey? What went through that process?
Oh, gosh. Actually, Lindsey was not my first choice.
Uh-huh.
Actually, Western was my first choice.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm not sure that I was Dina's first choice. So, it worked out. It all works out in the end. So,
of course, yeah.
There you go.
But in the end, I made the perfect decision for me. I love Lindsey so much.
And have you picked a major?
Yes, elementary education.
Outstanding. And I'm going to put you on the spot again. What are the odds? Give me, don't break my heart here, but what are the odds one day we can get you teaching in the Metcalf system?
Oh, I'd love to.
That's the goal?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'd like to stay local.
All right, good stuff. All right, you go find the baseball game. Thank you for visiting with us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, good stuff.
That was Kennedy Bates, ladies and gentlemen.
Good interview for not anticipating.
On the spot.
Yeah.
Lindsey Wilson, cheerleader, doing well up there.
Yeah, doing great. We love talking to
absolutely
former Hornets and Lady Hornets. Good stuff. See ya. All right, so who do we have on the mound? I don't think it's Boer.
It's number 23 for the Lady Panthers. Set the scene here for you, folks. Bases loaded, no outs for Lady Hornets. 3-1 lead, bottom of the second. Umpire's trying to get resituated here.
All right, we're about ready to get underway. I don't have a 23 on my roster, so.
There's 27. Excuse me, I was fooled. My human eye was fooled. So who is that pitching for the Lady Panthers? First pitch was ruled a strike against Marley Edmonds.
So that is Carly Nettles, is number 27.
The 0-1, it is high. 1-1 to Marley Edmonds.
And I believe, if you can hear me, that'll move Stalkup to third.
I believe so. The 1-1 is high. That'll be 2-1 now to Marley Edmonds.
And I'll say this. I don't know if Nettles pitches it better or worse, but she's throwing it a lot harder, no doubt.
Ground ball through the hole. That's going to score 2 for the Lady Hornets. Runners on first and third. Nice RBI single there for Marley Edmonds. That'll push it to 5-1. 5-1, excuse me. Nice piece of hitting there.
Did a great job there. Took the fastball on the outside corner the other way. Hit it between first baseman and second baseman, just like you're taught to do. And then when it hit out there in the outfield, it's a bumpy ride out here. And we were able to score 2 and move Harbison to third.
The pitch will be low and away to Marissa Fields. Runners on third and first here for Lady Hornets with no outs. 1-0 count. That'll be 2-0 to Marissa Fields.
And by way of trying to get this right, in our location isn't super good, but in fact, Stalkup's out here playing right field. I believe Patterson moves to second. I believe Lainey Willis moves over to third, is how that shook out.
Marley Edmonds still second there, and I think the Lady Panthers tried the same thing they tried on us in the first inning, tried to get the runner at third to go and throw it down to third, no hesitation. But nonetheless, runners on second, third. 4 straight balls here from Nettles. And that'll put bases loaded again for these Lady Hornets with no outs. Coach Hurt, Lady Hornets blowing this thing open right now.
Again, you're right where you want to be. Nobody out. J.C. Harper leads the team in home runs. Bases are loaded again. You just want to keep this thing going.
The first pitch deep into the outfield, and it is caught. That's going to score one from third, and that'll make it 6-1. Got the job done there. Scored another one for the Lady Hornets. Probably, obviously, wasn't the result you would like, but scores that run.
Well, and look, she saw a pitch to hit. She drove it into the outfield. I think that's a great at-bat. Just missed it maybe a little bit, but any run you can get, keep tacking on.
Who do we have up to bat here, Coach Hurt?
Maddie Froge in the 6th spot. She led off the inning with a walk, and now a wild pitch to the backstop.
And credit to the catcher. That'll move the runners for Lady Hornets up 1. Runners on second and third again here. But to her credit, that was her first mistake of the night by not blocking that one up. And she's had to handle some pretty wild
She's had a
ones.
great night back there for sure.
The 1-0. It is high to Froge, and that'll make it 2-0.
And again, Maddie Froge led off the inning with a 4-pitch walk. This is the 10th batter of the second, bottom of the second.
That one's ruled a strike. 2-1 to Froge.
6-1, that's a nice lead, but you got 2 on in scoring position right here. You'd like to make it 8-9. Don't give these guys any thoughts of coming back.
The 2-1 pitches the ball, moved to 3-1. I would assume Coach Garrett's what he's saying to his Lady Hornets here is wait till you see that first strike, and after that, swing away. Little grounder here up the third base line. Going to give it a look up the third. Thrown out at first, and almost a rundown situation there. You can hear Coach Garrett yelling back. But nonetheless, runners still on second and third with 2 outs now. 6-1. Your Lady Hornets lead it in the bottom of the second.
Some interesting stuff. Edmonds at third, Fields at second. Ground ball was hit, between home plate and the third base bag. Nice play. And then Marley about halfway down the line on the throw, but would have been out at the plate by a lot. Did a good job getting back.
Yeah, got about halfway there, and Coach Garrett was just screaming back. The 0-0. And that'll be ruled a ball to Carly Howard.
That was a close pitch, and I think it's tough on those umpires because Carly, she's a slapper, so she's running at it. She's out of the box. Hard to judge those balls and strikes.
The 1-0 and a swinging a foul from Howard. Make it 1-1.
One of the real differences in softball and baseball, the slap and the ability, Carly from the left side, if she just puts the bat on it as fast as she is, she's down the line almost before you can make a play. You really have to do a good job.
Right back to the pitcher, hesitation there, and get the out at first. She almost went home with it. Almost.
Well, that wouldn't have been the right play.
No. Can't go for the tag play and skip the force. After 2, 6-1 here, your Lady Hornets lead the Lady Panthers of Cumberland County in this 16th district tournament. Now, if we were big time, this would be where I would say, and we'll come back after this break.
Gunner, we do want to thank all the people that sponsor the KY Sports Guys, both the radio show on Wednesday night, 5 o'clock live Central Time on 99.1 The Hoss. Replays Sunday at 5 o'clock, and then it's always on iTunes, iHeart, Spotify, your favorite, what do you call those things? Your favorite app?
App, yeah.
Sure, we'll go with that. We want to thank those people. Glass Thompson Insurance, Mark Linkus, he's out here tonight supporting the community. Justin Bruce as well. You'll see him in a lot of baseball and softball games. But those guys can sell the insurance that you need. Give them a call up there at Glass Thompson Insurance. And then also Old School Cafe in the morning. When you get up and you're thinking, where am I going to go eat breakfast? Think about the Old School Cafe. It's open about 6 o'clock, breakfast till 10, donuts, cinnamon rolls, the works. And then they have lunch as well. We thank them. We also thank Stoll's Country Store up in Andyville, Kentucky, and Jared Garris out of Brandenburg, who is a dealer in locker room equipment and decor.
And we thank all of those folks here as Bailey Garrett is set to deliver the first pitch of the third inning.
Cumberland County, by the way, 9-1-2 in the order. It's Kraft, Morgan, and Patterson.
The 0-0 to Kraft. Low and in the dirt for ball one. You know, Coach Hurt, you couldn't ask for a better evening and a better day for some baseball and softball.
Oh, this is perfect right here. Like you said, the weather's just great, not too hot. The sun's went down. It's perfect.
The 1-0 turns into 2-0 here to Kraft.
That one was heading towards the strike zone, just took a left turn late, missed a little bit low and outside.
One of the few times I've seen Garrett be behind this evening. The 2-0 and back on track with a strike.
Well, and this is a big batter right here. You just went out and scored 6. You've got a 6-1 lead. You're the favorite in this game. It's the 9-hitter. The 9-hitter gets on. You go 1, 2, 3, 4 for Cumberland. Those are good hitters. This is a kid you got to go get.
And another strike there. Makes it 2-2. Nice little comeback here from Garrett from a 2-0 start. I would have to say she's going to go upstairs with this one.
That's what's been successful so far. High heat on the 0-2. This is 2-2, obviously.
Went with the low, and it's fouled off. Count remains at 2-2.
Again, though, you're right on. If she could elevate one, the only danger there is you elevate and she takes, now you're full count. And so you may want to stay within the strike zone. But again, if you get a swing on an elevated fastball, I don't see how she gets her hands to it.
The 2-2. Fouled off again.
Well, and right now, Bailey's just coming right at her. Just right down the middle. Fastball, see if she can hit it.
Yeah, just saying, here it is. Hit it. The 2-2. Fouled off once again. Just got an update on Hornet baseball. I believe we've already took our infield, and that is about to be underway.
Did I miss a pitch there?
You did. It was another foul ball. Got a battle here.
Give credit to Kraft. She's hanging in there.
Yes, she is. Another 2-2. Little ground ball routine up the first base line for Decker. She'll step on first.
And that's Kylie Milan.
Kylie Milan, excuse me. I thought earlier you said Elizabeth Decker was playing first base.
Well, she's the designated player.
Oh, okay. My apologies.
Kylie's hitting 8, and then Elizabeth is batting for Jaden Johnson, the catcher.
My apologies. Got that one mixed up.
Look, that's a big first out right there. 9-hole hitter. Now you got the top of the lineup coming up, but you've got an out already on the board.
High fly for Harper in left, and routine. That'll be out number 2. Lady Hornets looking to cruise here in this third inning.
Similar, she's seen 2 pitches. Morgan's their best hitter. She's had 2 at bats. She's seen 2 pitches. One, she drove to the wall nearly out of here for a long single. That one she got under just a little bit, but I think Bailey will take 1 pitch for a bat any day.
The 0-1, or excuse me, 0-0. Well, it is 0-1 now.
That was Bailey's 30th pitch of the night. We got 2 outs in the third, and so she's being nothing if not efficient.
Let's see, who is up to bat, Coach Hurt, if you don't mind me asking?
Katie Patterson, number 25. Point guard in basketball.
The 0-1 to Patterson.
Solid 3-point shooter.
That one looked good from out here, but ruled a ball, 1-1.
Katie's a little shorter than other people. Not short, but a little shorter. So that one a little high.
That one be fouled off into the patrons. That'll make it 1-2.
You know, not at this level, but you know at the major league level, I'm a huge proponent of auto strike zone, the robot strike zone. But that is one thing that would be tough to tinker with. You know, you got Jose Altuve batting, and then you got the next guy's 6'3". Adjust the computer.
The 1-2. And there's that high heat once again for the third out. 3 up, 3 down once again for Garrett.
That's beautiful pitching, and the pitch calling from Salt and the coaches in the dugout, that's just tremendous. 1-2, go up the ladder, and it's just too good to lay off, but there's no way you're getting to it.
Yeah, as you mentioned, absolutely fantastic pitching from Bailey Garrett here this evening. I'm going to be anxious to see once this one's over, no matter the outcome, what her stats are.
You know, it's interesting, too, because that is a huge shutdown inning. You get down 1-0 to start, a little bit of nerves going. You score 6, you come back 9-1-2. You get them 1-2-3. And so not only statistically will Bailey look good, but right there, that's what a really good pitcher does, is they come out after you've put up big numbers, get them, and let's go hit again.
You know, speaking from a former pitcher standpoint, I believe you pitched a little bit too in high school.
Very poorly, but yes, I was out there.
You know as well as I do, when your offense can come out and put up and give you a big lead like she has right now, the confidence just oozes out of you.
Well, it makes you know you don't have to be too fine. You can throw one over the plate. You can make a mistake in the middle, and you're okay with it because, what if they run into one? You're still up 4.
Right.
And so, it definitely makes you feel a lot better. And then conversely, it puts the hitters on their heels because those guys have to be ready to swing the bat. And you've seen that again. Bailey Garrett threw 3 innings at 32 pitches.
Yeah, absolutely just eating up innings on the mound.
Once again, we are heading to the bottom of the third. We're in Burkesville, Kentucky. Beautiful Burkesville, Kentucky, Cumberland County, out at the park. Really is where we are right now. Your Lady Hornets lead it 6-1. Milam, Decker, and Garrett scheduled up, and now here's Gunnar Wirt.
Nettles with the 0-0 here. That one be low and away. Ball 1.
And, last time we had the bottom of the lineup up. We had 6, 7, 8 to start, and they all got on, led to a big inning. That's what it takes a lot of times.
That one relatively the same spot, but ruled a strike this time, 1-1.
Give Nettles credit. She's staying bottom outside corner.
That's where you want to live at, the 1-1. That one right down the middle to Milam. Make it 1-2. Need a battle here.
Well, she did a good job there of changing the eye level, went up and in on that one and got the plate also.
The 1-2 from Nettles. High heat, similar to what Bailey Garrett did earlier, but nonetheless, Kylie did not bite. 2-2.
Well, and that's the key. Kylie thought about it, but she got those hands back, recognized high, and now she lives to fight another pitch.
Have a ground here to short. Backhanded, throw over. She pulled off first base. Kylie will be safe.
So there you go. She lays off the 1-2, the high heat, then she puts one in the hole and beats it out for an infield single.
And credit to the shortstop here for Cumberland. That was a nice backhand.
Well, and that's what she threw it high, and it drew the first baseman off the back, but that was a heck of a play to get to it. So hard to go with the E there.
Now have Elizabeth Decker. Sacrifice bunt here. Foul ball.
That was on the verge of being a dandy. She deadened it down the third base line, and it just barely went foul.
Practically, as soon as it come off the bat, it just died in the dirt. Perfect.
I think she beats that out if that stays on the chalk.
I think so, too. Nonetheless, that'll make the count 0-1 for Decker. The pitch from Nettles. Pulls back the bunt wisely. 1-1.
Yeah, that one was outside, and that's one of the tougher parts, too. When you're giving that sacrifice, sometimes it gets in your mind and you quit looking at the strike zone. Good job by Elizabeth there.
The 1-1 from Nettles. High bunt up the first base line. And that gets the out, I do believe. So nicely executed sacrifice there up the first base line. Puts Kylie Milam on second base with 1 out.
Tremendous bunt, a high pitch. She was able to get the bat, and a lot of times you'll see people pop that one up. She did not. Got it down, did her job. Back to the top of the lineup, Bailey Garrett.
Sends one up the middle. Nice play by Short. The throw over, and she is safe. Beat it out. Again, nice play there from Short. Just not enough time. That one was right up the middle, almost over second base.
She really had to go almost into the outfield to get that and still made it a close play. Bailey Garrett really busting it down the line, beats it by half a step.
And I believe she will have another courtesy runner. I'm not for sure who it is, though. From
Brittany Harper, she'll have that role every time, and so Bailey Garrett 3 for 3 on the night. And I say that, I want to take that back as Brittany Harper steals that base. Bailey Garrett's going to be 2 for 2 with a walk. Maybe 1 for 1 with 2 walks. We'll get it right in a minute.
the 1-0 from Nettles to Harbison. High and outside, they'll make it 2-0. Runners on second and third with 1 out.
And again, Bailey Garrett 1 for 1 and 2 walks.
That one is ruled a strike. Nice frame there by the catch on the outside corner. 2-1.
Kaylee Harbison 0 for 1, hit by a pitch last inning, drove in a run with the bases loaded.
2-1. That is going to be a line shot into center field, and that's going to score 2. Nice hit there by Kaylee. That'll make it 8-1. Big move from the senior.
And I got to tell you, Kaylee, she needed that one. From a confidence standpoint, she's a tremendous hitter. Hadn't been hitting it as well as a lot of kids, but that was solid. Line drive, 2 RBIs, 3 on the night.
Well, for someone who needed a hit, Coach Hurt, a 2 RBI single should do it to boost that confidence.
Gunner, you know how it is sometimes when everybody else around you seems to be hitting and you normally hit. This one's got a shot. No.
Little blooper, pop fly to second. Harbison come a little bit too far off the bag and got doubled up. But nonetheless, Hornets scored 2, 8-1 in the bottom of the third. It's just one of those bad luck plays there, Coach Hurt.
Well, it looked like off the bat it was going to find some grass, but then it was a misread by me and by the base runner, and you could hear Salt yelling back and just didn't get there. Nonetheless, you got 2 runs, and you got an 8-1 lead going into the fourth.
Absolutely. So nonetheless, Lady Hornets keep tacking on some more. And when we come back for the Lady Hornets to bat, it'll be a good part of the lineup up.
Yeah, you're looking 4, 5, 6 in the bottom of the fourth inning. But right now, the key with an 8-1 lead is just get people out. What you want is you want to make sure that 1 stays up on the board.
And if Bailey Garrett can keep her efforts up here so far like she has this evening, I believe that should be no problem for these Lady Hornets.
Again, Bailey Garrett, 33 pitches through 3 innings, 11 pitches an inning. That's impressive.
Very impressive.
Cumberland will have 3, 4, 5 up, Franklin, Nettles, and Willis, and so the heart of their lineup to challenge Bailey Garrett. Number 2, Franklin, the lefty.
Garrett set to deliver the 0-0 here to Franklin. Gets the call, winds, and delivers. It's going to be a bunt here, throw down to first, and it is in time, barely. Get the Lady Hornets their first out of the fourth inning.
Well, she didn't want to get that one back to Bailey. She really needed it down the third base line. You can see why she would do it very fast and then from the left side. It's an interesting play. They're needing runners right now, so it makes sense. But give Bailey Garrett credit. And then good coverage on that bunt. Carly Howard covering first.
Absolutely. Shot here right towards Marissa Fields. Routine. That'll be out number 2. Not only has Bailey Garrett been fantastic on the mound, but her defense has been very well, too, behind her.
Yeah, kids are making plays, and right there, Marissa Fields did exactly what you're taught. She went back. It was really hit off the end of the bat, and then she was able to come in and make a routine play.
First pitch here ruled a ball. Looked good from back here, but nonetheless, count will be 1-0. The 1-0. Grounded right back to Garrett, and a little toss over to first will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down once again. That'll be the third time she's done that this evening. And Lady Hornets are going to put some more on the board.
You talked appropriately so about the confidence that it gives you when you put a big inning out there, and you can just sense it out of Bailey. She's feeling it, hitting her spots. Hard to hit right now. Cumberland doing everything they can, trying to bunt, whatever you can get. Hit a couple of decent fly balls throughout the game. But by and large, Bailey Garrett in control of this thing, fielding her position well, kids making plays behind her. One more big push right here. And then, here's what you want. Let's be honest. You want 3. You got your 4, 5, 6 coming up. You're 8-1, bottom of 4. You want 3. Then you want to go out and get 3 outs. And you want to go to the house.
Absolutely. You couldn't have said it any better. Need 3 more runs right here. And let's end this thing, and let's move on to tomorrow night.
Easier said than done.
Yes, it is.
Obviously. But that's the idea. And if you're just joining us, we appreciate it. And if you go back, and I'm going to say this now, you'll hear me say it again. But when this is over, it'll download. It'll be there forever and ever for as long as we have the KY Sports Guys. So if you're enjoying the broadcast go listen again. We encourage you to do so.
Absolutely, and if this is helpful to you and you're enjoying it, let us know. Let us know if we need to do this more come the rest of the season and next season, and we'll see what we can do.
At KY Sports Guys, follow us on Twitter. We're going to give away $20 if we get to 1,300 followers. We're at $12.98 right now. So go give us a follow.
2 more, folks. That's all we need. 2 more.
We'll have 5 people unfollow us, and then it'll be 7. So
the 0-0 from Nettles will be low, and it'll be a ball.
Again, Marissa Fields, your cleanup hitter, followed by J.C. Harper and Maddie Froge. 4, 5, 6 for the Lady Hornets.
The 1-0. And that will be high. Make it 2-0. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Hornet baseball just got underway. The 2-0 from Nettles and way outside.
Just.
I make it 3-0.
I don't know how these people are laying off these. We're just kidding, folks. That one was way up.
3-0 from Nettles. And that one ruled a strike. Isn't that funny how baseball and softball works, Coach? The 3-0 pitch is always the prettiest pitch.
Oh, yeah.
Every
right
time.
down the middle. And as a hitter, you're sitting there thinking, man, that's the one I wanted.
Yep, and you got to take it 90% of the time. The 3-1 from Nettles. That one will be outside and another leadoff walk for the Lady Panthers.
Well, that's why you take it. You want them to have to throw 2 or 3, not just 1. Don't let them off the hook. And as much as hitters like to hit, sometimes you just have to leave that bat on your shoulders.
And I couldn't agree with you more. And as we mentioned earlier, Coach Garrett, that's exactly what he's got to be saying. Is just be patient up there. First pitch here from Nettles, it is a ball.
J.C. Harper to plate 0 for 1 with a sac fly in the last, I believe, was that 2 innings ago? I believe it was.
I believe so. And that one is a hot shot to short. Out at second, no throw to first. Once again, the shortstop making a heck of a play over there. That was
a shot.
That was smoked. That'll be the first out of the inning for the Lady Panthers. Lady Hornets still lead it here 8-1 if you're just joining us here in the bottom of the 4th.
Well, and what we've established is don't hit it to short.
Yes, basically what we have figured out.
Doing all right.
They didn't let you boys in there. They put you out here.
Left us out in right field.
First pitch here from Nettles will be a strike, and I believe that'll be Maddie Froge up to bat.
Maddie 0 for 1 with a walk.
That one wide and up. Make the count 1-1 with 1 out here for these Lady Hornets. The 1-1. Little grounder to first. Going to go to second with it. No throw over to first once again. So 2 outs here for the Lady Hornets in the bottom of the 4th.
Cumberland had both the second baseman and the shortstop covering the bag, and so that might have cost them a shot at a double play. Not sure they would have got it anyway.
Carly Howard up to bat here. Runner on first with 2 outs. Looking to get something going. The 0-0 from Nettles. A little slap hit back to pitcher. She bobbles it, and no chance to catch Carly Howard. Way too quick.
And again, last time she hit it right at the pitcher, she caught it and was still only out by half a step. Once that thing's bobbled, it's over.
Absolutely. Make one mistake, and you might as well just hold that thing. So, Lady Hornets, bottom of the 4th, up 8-1. 2 outs, a runner on first and second here with Kylie Milam up to bat. Ball low in the dirt. And Coach Hurd, you know as well as I do, some of the most magical things on the baseball and softball field can happen with 2 outs.
Oh, absolutely. I've seen a ton of rallies start with 2.
That one off the foot of the catcher, and that'll advance the runners to second and third.
And again, she's done a great job. She blocked the first one. That one, there was no chance, and it kicked off her basically and then went flying in the air. That's a big deal because now it takes just a basic knock to the outfield, and you get 2 more.
If this thing finds the hole right here, Lady Hornets go up 10-1. That one inside to Kylie Milam. That'll make it 2-0. No, excuse me, 3-0.
And again, not to count your chickens before they hatch, but if you can get a walk here, bases loaded, Elizabeth Decker's been hitting the ball well.
That one catches the top half of the strike zone. That'll be 3-1. But if I had to guess here, if we're patient enough, we're probably going to get this walk.
I think that's the idea, but man, hitters count.
And there it is. That'll be bases loaded. As Milan walks, Decker up to bat here. Big spot, bases loaded.
Oh, I tell you, this is a tough spot because Elizabeth, she wants to hit, but they haven't been throwing many strikes. A walk would walk in a run and get you back to the top. So maybe patience is in order, but I got to tell you, if it were me, I'm looking first pitch fastball.
Yes, me too.
I wanted to drive this baby.
Me too, but as you mentioned, you don't want to be that guy that gets out with bases loaded. Wild pitch, but nobody's going to try for home. Everybody's going to stay where they're at.
Well, and that's a wise decision, not very far to the backstop, and you don't want to ruin this opportunity with a base running issue.
Absolutely.
So now that it's 1-0, I think you're taking a strike.
Oh, absolutely. That one high as well. Wouldn't be surprised if we draw the walk right here. This is big, folks, because if Elizabeth is able to get an RBI walk, we are back to the top of the lineup, as Coach Hurt mentioned.
And it would be 9-1, and we'll see.
That one low and in the dirt, push the count to 3-0.
Look, you got 2 takes in a row here, really. If you need that minute.
Absolutely. I'm sure Coach Garrett is saying do not even lift the bat off your shoulders. That one catches the lower half of the strike zone. My money is a ball on this next one.
Yeah, but again, if you like to hit 3-1 bases loaded, man, you are squeezing that bat handle.
Yes, you are. Low and in the dirt, and that'll be an RBI walk.
Elizabeth, much more patient, better at bat than I would have given you, I guarantee you.
Folks, if you're out there listening to us, judging by our reactions, I think Coach Hurt and I both, no matter where that pitch would have been, we were swinging for the fences.
I would have swung right through that sucker.
No matter where it would have been, we were swinging for the fences. Another pitching change here for Cumberland County, so we're going to be a few more minutes here, but lead pushes to 9-1 for these Lady Hornets here in the bottom of the fourth with 2 outs.
I was not a home run hitter, man. I was a singles guy.
Me too.
But Clinton County's old field, I don't know if you remember it, but the left field porch was like 190. I mean, anybody could hit it out to left at Clinton on the old field, not the new one, but the old one. And my senior year, we're up, 10-0. There's a runner at third or something. And I'm thinking, here, I'm going for it. I am going to crush this pitch or swing and miss by a lot. And I look up, and Coach gives me the suicide squeeze sign.
Oh, man.
And if I were a lesser person, I would have ignored it. But I bunted it, and the rest is history. But, man, I wanted that opportunity so bad. Just one shot at that left field wall. So the point of that is give Elizabeth a lot of credit for being patient up there because that's hard.
Yes, it is.
You want to hit.
No matter what the coach calls, folks, it is just tough to just go against the judgment and swing because it's a risk-reward thing. If you hit it in the gap and score 2 or 3, you're not going to catch too much grief. But if you're the last out of the inning, it's going to be
a problem.
Yeah, it's going to be some trouble. And if I'm not mistaken here, I want to say Cumberland County might have taken the 1-0 lead, and I believe that they have. Early 1-0 lead in the first inning. A lot of baseball over there left.
And it's exactly the same scenario, right? Cumberland's the 3. They're batting in the top.
Absolutely. It's the same situation.
And Metcalf, the boys have beaten them decisively, but then they've also beaten them by a run. And so
pop fly into the outfield for the Panthers on the baseball end of things, and I believe it was caught. So the top half of the first inning will end with a 1-0 lead for the Cumberland County Panthers.
We bring it back here. Bases are loaded. Bailey Garrett's up 9-1. Lady Hornets in the lead. Bottom of 4. 2 outs.
Bailey Garrett looking to help herself out here, possibly put this one away. Coach Hurt, who is pitching for the Lady Panthers?
Number 3, Kaylee Anderson will be the pitcher. She was playing out in left.
So first pitch from Anderson to Garrett is a ball. The 1-0. And that one is low in the dirt. We're going to have a steal from Howard. No chance of catching her. That'll make it 10-1. Coach, just judging from Anderson, I would say she has not pitched very much.
I think that's fair to say. And even in that scenario, late to cover. But now you're not getting Carly there. Carly's way too fast.
Absolutely not. So, folks, one more here. And if Bailey Garrett can close out the next inning, if the Lady Hornets get this run right here, it'll be ball game. That one low and in the dirt, 3-0 here.
That one looked like it was going across the plate, and then it just
did.
dipped at the end.
So 3-0 count here. I'm sure she's not even going to lift the bat, and she won't. Now load the bases back up for Lady Hornets.
You know, you're talking about run rule situations and so forth. You really want more than that. I think maybe it's 15 after 3. So, I mean, if you keep going here, you get 6 more, it's over. But to that point, you really want 12, 13, 14. Because you get to the next inning, you give up 1 or 2. It gives you a cushion.
Absolutely. That one rolled a strike, but it was dropped by the catcher. No one will try for home, though. So 0-1 here to Harbison from Anderson.
Oh. Put the wrong Harper in the game there in the stats. I had JC over there as my courtesy runner. That's wrong.
The 1-1 will be fouled off into the patrons here from Harbison. They'll make it 1-2. I think, Anderson's starting to find the strike zone a little bit. Harbison just cannot lay off of those.
Well, again, 1-2. You're just looking to put the bat on it and make a play, and there it is.
And that one's going to be over the center fielder's head, so that's going to score several. That's going to be a triple for Harbison. And that will make it, I believe, 12-1. I think, if I'm doing my math.
How about 13?
13. All right, good deal. That's a clutch move there from the senior.
Hit the ball solid, 1-2, just put the bat on it, didn't overswing, drove it to center field, and it's a game of inches. The center fielder made a valiant effort, and it just got over a glove.
Just barely.
Kaylee running hard the whole way, ends up at 3.
As we mentioned, folks, some of the most magical things can happen with 2 outs, all this being with 2 outs.
Marley Edmonds at the plate looking for more.
Low and in the dirt, and Kaylee Harbison will not try for home.
Yeah, that's one. She probably could have made it. It's 13-1. Just kind of let Marley get this at bat here. At this point, you don't want to be too confident, but I think the result is in hand. Now you're just looking at, can we end this in 5?
Absolutely, and that won't be ruled a strike for Marley Edmonds. That'll make the count 1-1 with 2 outs here. 13-1, bottom of the 4th. Your Lady Hornets lead Lady Panthers. Anderson with the pitch. Oh, and that will hit Marley Edmonds in the head. She's okay, though, nonetheless, and she'll jog down to first. Runs on first and third with 2 outs.
Yeah, you could hear the sound. Marley just toughing it out, heading on down to first, but it got her square right in the noggin. Good thing you got the batting helmet on. If this were 1930, that would have been a problem.
Yeah, someone would be calling the ambulance if... The pitch from Anderson. That one high. Probably a little timid after hitting someone in the head, if I had to guess.
Guarantee it. Marissa Fields, the cleanup hitter at the plate. And, again, a little 3-run shot here, and we can go shake hands.
That one deep in the center, and that's going to be over the center fielder's glove as well. So that's going to score at least 1. Coach Garrett wisely, most likely, held up Marley Edmonds at third base. So now we have runners on second and third with 2 outs, 14-1.
Well, and I'll tell you this about Salt, and you mentioned it before off the air, but Salt's a veteran, coached baseball for a long, long time, and he understands the unwritten stuff. And people make fun of the unwritten rules, but this is a real thing. When you're up 15, 14 to 1, whatever it is, you go base to base, there's no sense sending somebody from third there. Could Marley have scored? Of course she could have scored. But that's not something you need to do when it's 14 to 1.
No, not absolutely. Pop fly into left, looks relatively routine, and make the catch. But as you mentioned, the unwritten rules, it's like you don't want to be that team that just piles it on. And that's what he held it back right there, wisely. 14 to 1 after the fourth inning, your Lady Hornets lead Lady Panthers.
Yeah, you go here to the top of the fifth. You got a 13-run lead. If you can just get 3 outs before you give up 4 runs, you're going to survive and advance. You're going to qualify for the regional tournament. Second year in a row, by the way, for the Lady Hornets, that they'll be going down to Bowling Green on Memorial Day. And then what it sets up, if, again, you get these 3 outs, but what it sets up is a Russell County Metcalf game where the roles are reversed. We have had a lead on Russell late. Both times, Russell's come back to win both times. Makes me like our chances a lot because we've lost 2 that we shouldn't have lost. And then that third one, hopefully we can get it tomorrow.
It goes back to what I was talking about early on in this game. You know, it is tough to beat someone 3 times. It really is.
Well, it's tough to beat somebody 3 times if you're even.
Right.
You know, and that's an even game tomorrow. Russell and Metcalf. Metcalf, we win this one, will be 16 and 13. And again, this one's not over, but it's 14 to 1 heading to the fifth. Could Cumberland score some runs? Yes. Will they score 14 runs and win? I just don't see it.
I doubt it.
Not with the way Bailey's pitching. It could happen. Anything could happen.
Anything can happen. That's the beauty of the sport.
But Russell Metcalf's a pretty even game. And as such, I would think that maybe advantage Hornets when you head into tomorrow.
I would agree with that. And, you know, most of the time and in previous years, it hasn't been that way on the softball and the baseball side of things. And this year, even in the baseball side of things, it is kind of an even playing field. Garrett, the first pitch. That one's going to be a pop fly routine for Harper and the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out.
By the way, it's Boer, Kraft, and Stalkup, 6, 7, and 8 for the Lady Panthers.
So now it'll be Kraft up to bat. Lady Panthers clinging to their last 2 outs of the season here.
And, you know, this is a game where I'm sure Cumberland County came in feeling a little bit of confidence, having taken Metcalf to extra innings at their place, losing 10 to 9 and 8. But tonight, Bailey Garrett, just too much, and the bats coming to life, and good patience by the Lady Hornets.
That one low and in the dirt for who'd you say was at the bat? I'm
this
sorry.
Is number 24, Kraft.
Kraft, yes.
One of the 2 Kraft sisters out on the field. I believe their dad is the coach. If I'm wrong about that, shoot me a note there.
Garrett with the 1-0, and it just fouled off. It'll make it 1-1.
Yeah, here's your other thing, and I don't blame Cumberland County's approach at all. I think with a kid like Bailey Garrett on the mound, you're being aggressive. You want to swing at first, second pitch strikes and get this thing going. She's not going to walk a bunch of people. But it is a difference when Cumberland's pitchers had such a hard time finding the zone.
Absolutely, you know, and I think that could be the story of the evening, you know, when you look back at how many runs scored off of those walks and different things that walking people led to, you know, that's probably the ultimate thing of the game. The 1-2, high heat, didn't bite on it, make it 2-2.
Again, though, that's what's been successful for her all night long. She's lived with 2 strikes up in the zone, and it's worked for her.
The 2-2 here from Garrett. That one's got a chance to get out of here, and it hits the fence. Harper going to throw it into second. Oh, my goodness, we might have her. Oh, it's dropped. That one, I believe we would have got her had it not took a funny bounce there for Howard.
What an arm by J.C. Harper.
Absolutely.
Man, retrieved that extremely well and then threw a one hopper to Carly Howard. Just kind of a tough bounce there. But, yeah, if she corrals that, she's out by 3 feet.
Absolutely. You know, you talk about an athlete. You go from having such a successful season in basketball and then coming on the softball field. And, man, just tearing it up this season.
There's just not much J.C. can't do. Really a tremendous athlete.
First pitch will be low for a ball, make it 1-0.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, that's the first hit for Cumberland in a long, long time, and I believe the third for the game.
That one right down the middle, that'll make it 1-1 here.
Now, here's your danger. You have one out. It's 14-1. You got a big lead. Runner at second, but this is the 8-9 hitters. You don't want this thing to get back to the top.
No, you don't. And if I had to say, I would say that Bailey takes care of business right here. But like you said, you do not want to get back to the top. 2-1, one out here in the top of the fifth inning. Your Lady Hornets lead the Lady Panthers 14-1. The 2-1 is low, and that'll make it 3-1. I don't think Bailey Garrett has walked a person all night.
Has not. But right now you go dead red. If she drives it, she drives it.
That'll be hit. Nice play by Marley Evans at third. Throws it out at first. Goes for third and ruled safe. Wow, that one left me on the edge of my seat, Coach.
Oh.
What a play that would have been. But nonetheless, Lady Hornets get 2 outs there. Nice snag at third by Marley Evans.
That was a tremendous play by Marley. Got her glove behind her, kept it from going to left field. Great throw, and then Kylie Milam right back to third. Bang, bang. But Lady Panthers survived for the moment.
The 0-0 pitch. That one ruled a strike.
Tell you something else I like to brag further on J.C. Harper is at the end of that play, as the ball's going from first back to third, she's covering. She's right there by the dugout ready. And then after it's over, you see her jogging all the long way back. If you're a young softball or baseball player and you're out on the field, there's something for you to do.
Absolutely. Never standing still. Always be alert. Counts 1-1 here. Need one more out. We're moving on to the second round. That one outside. Push the count to 2-1.
And right here, your 9th-place hitter. This is the catcher, Kraft. The runner at third, really irrelevant at this point.
No matter what, just get the out. That one, line shot up the first base line, but it's a foul ball. So I'll make it 2-2. Need one more strike here, folks. And we're heading to Bowling Green.
I'd tell you, I'm not in the prediction business, but high heat, and I think this game's over.
Absolutely. I think that's definitely what you go back to here if you're Coach Garrett.
And with a 14-1 lead and first base open, I mean, why not? That's where she went, but she missed.
Full count here.
A little higher than she wanted.
Like I said, folks, full count. Bailey Garrett has not walked a person all night. The pitch. And she does it right there.
Again, I love the idea, and I don't know if she missed her spot there or not, but she went 2 in a row, high heat, looking for that swing and a miss to end it. Here's the deal. Even if Morgan, the leadoff hitter, who has pop, can hit it out, if she delivers here, it's 14-4. So you're still good.
You're still up 10. No pressure. And you can hear her, if you heard her yell out there, she's confident, 2 outs, here we go. That's what she said to her team.
Maggie Morgan has had 2 at-bats. She's seen 2 pitches, make it 3 at-bats and 3 pitches as she fouls one off. That's a kid that's ready to hit.
Yes, it is. And I believe a patron has thrown the foul ball from the previous pitch onto the field.
Trying to do the right thing, but it was almost mid-pitch, so sometimes just hold on to that thing.
Garrett set to deliver the 0-1 pitch here. The windup and the pitch. And a foul ball. Push it to 0-2. Need one more strike.
Well, and now this is interesting. It's 0-2, Patterson on deck, who's a good hitter but not a power hitter the way Morgan is. Do you tinker around forward near the zone, see if you can get that swing and a miss, or do you come right at her maybe?
Pop fly, gonna drop just barely. Nothing to sweat though. Throw to third, got her on the tag, I would think. And that'll do it. Nice play.
What a way to end the game. Let's see if we can re-describe this. We have a bloop single to left. The runner from third scores. The runner at first rounds second, and I don't have any idea why.
But decides to go to third.
Goes to third, and that's just not a good play. Looked like she was out. Marley put the tag on, but there was some coverage issues with the umpire. And the coverage issue is you got 3 instead of 2. So you go all season with 2 umpires. Now you got 3. And they looked around, and nobody knew who to call or who was going to make the call. The guy out in center field calls her out, which I think was the right call. Ends the game. It was a bad base running decision, but it ends in some controversy. Nonetheless, Lady Hornets advance 14-2. Is your final. Bailey Garrett goes the distance, gets the win, and the Lady Hornets for the second year in a row move on to the regional tournament.
Great stuff, folks. What a great game. Great performance from all Lady Hornets. And a great season so far, still going. And hopefully tomorrow night we can take home the district championship.
Gunner, you can hear the celebration. The Lady Hornets are pumped. They're going to move on. They've got another chance to play for a title. And what a year it's been for sports here in general. I can name every sport, every competition, every activity. People are making playoffs. People are making regional tournaments. People are winning all A states. It's been a great year, really has, for Metcalfe County sports.
Absolutely. You know, we talked about this on show 118, I do believe. Go back and listen this past Wednesday. You know, Coach Hurt made the same point. Great things happening on the Hill, folks, in all sports. Kids are doing great things, succeeding on and off the field of play.
Good stuff, good times. With that, we're going to wrap this game up. Do we want to do some stats? I don't know. What do you think?
We can. We've got time.
Maybe. Let's see if I can get some stats going here. If we can get them, we're going. We do have time, so. All right, let's see what we got here. And maybe not. This is why we're the pros from Dover, people. All right, looks like Bailey Garrett has a hit, a single on the night, 1 for 1, reached base every time that she could, walked 3 times. Kaylee Harbison, a couple of hits. Marley Edmonds, a hit. Marissa Fields, a couple of hits. Go down through there. J.C. Harper drove in a run. Maddie Froge on base a couple of times. Carly Howard, a couple of hits. Kylie Milam with a hit. Elizabeth Decker with a sacrifice and on base a couple of times as well. 6 RBI night from Kaylee Harbison. 6 RBI night, 2 runs. Night. That's a great night. I want you to listen to this. Kaylee Harbison scored a couple of runs, but this is our 6, 7, 8, 9 people, and then count Brittany Harper, who was the courtesy runner. Maddie Froge scored twice, Carly Howard twice, Kylie Milam 3 times, Elizabeth Decker twice, and Brittany Harper 3 times. That's the bottom of the lineup, getting on, getting it done, and then the heart of the order driving in those runs.
And, folks, if you're a Lady Hornet fan, that should excite you because that's your entire order right there contributing, doing something.
Also, Bailey Garrett, the complete game, the victory. 5 innings pitched, 57 total pitches. Unbelievable. She threw 40 strikes, only 17 balls. Gave up 4 hits and 2 runs, 1 earned, only walked 1, struck out 3. Outstanding effort by Bailey Garrett.
That's a fantastic performance there, just about as good as it gets.
Folks, I've enjoyed it, really have. We'll see if we can get some baseball going. I can't guarantee it. Depends on time and travel and who needs to get back for school tomorrow and so forth and so on. What's the update right now? Do we have a score?
I believe we do. I would have to say it looks like it's the top of the second inning. Panthers up 1-0, and Panthers have a runner on first.
And so if we get a chance, we'll put that one on there for you. If we can't, we'll try to pick it up. Hopefully the Hornets advance. Maybe we'll try to do the championship game tomorrow. If you've enjoyed this, go back and listen to it as many times as you can. It'll be on iTunes, iHeart, etc. Gunner, I've enjoyed it, man. Any last words?
I've enjoyed it as well, and as you mentioned, we'll be back in a few moments if we can do some baseball, but we'll let you know.
For Gunner Word, I'm Coach Jay Hurt with the KY Sports Guys. We've enjoyed it. Your final score tonight, Metcalfe County Lady Hornets softball advances to the finals of the district tournament and to the regional tournament with a 14-2 victory in 5 over Cumberland County's Lady Panthers. Thanks to our sponsors, Glass Thompson Insurance, Old School Cafe, Stull's Country Store in Andyville, and Jerry Garris. We want to wish all you Hornet fans a pleasant good night.